Okay. Yeah, Oppenheimer, I don't know where I lost the plot on that one. That one felt particularly good. And then I just undid it. What I got here? Critical hits at close range. Good grief. I'm like reeling. I was so convinced that that was gonna be a good one. Evil Canadian, good morning. Yeah, unfortunately it's gotta be a new run because I just keep kind of bricking it up right now. The first run of the day made it all the way to Dracula. Second and third runs of the day most decidedly did not. This one also is I'm learning not one that you can just hold down the button on the infant. Oh Jesus! Not one that you can just hold down the button. You have to sit here and tap it on the. You have to sit there and hold the button, or lightly tap the button on Y to make arrows come out. Whereas with the previous one that we were using, the fast one, that sucker you can just hold down. But this one you gotta sit there and like give it the little feather touch. God, I forgot this shop even existed. Goodness gracious, how in the world am I supposed to come in here with 10,000 gold? How's that even possible? Give me something besides the tentacle, would you? I don't recognize you. Flint! Hold attack to inflict a critical hit and create a flaming trail of 96 damage. Neat. Show me brutality. Ooh, Pure Nail 3. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll more than think about it, because I don't like what just happened to me. I'm not a guy who goes in on the long charge-ups. And now I have to rebuild my murder count. Which means going back here just to get this fool. Great Owl of War blueprint acquired. I'm glad I killed that dude. Dude was holding out on a blueprint. Been a minute since we've seen an enemy. Vampirism. What a weird series of events to start. like I've gone to the toxic sewers a couple times. Let's do a promenade of the condemned. Craving a dessert. I don't have any desserts. I have like chocolate protein bars. Oh, did I really hit 30? No way. Good for me. I would not have anticipated that based on how I was playing. Oh. Blood sword, chat. Blood sword or a Tesla coil? What's my favorite zone? I don't know. To be honest. Dracula's Castle's pretty fun. I'm not super crazy about the zones that have poison or the zones that are up off the ground. Summon a great owl pet. Activating this skill again will anger the great owl. The great owl disappears if you take any damage. Sure. That's enough money to buy some modifiers. Found this week that Trader Joe's came out with a lightly coated dark chocolate almond. They're nice for scratching that dessert itch. That's what I need to have. Is I need to get like dark chocolate covered almonds, or I need to get just like squares of dark chocolate. The fuck? Oh, that's a guy. That's not the training dummy. It's like the training dummy just punched me in the stomach. It was a dude who teleported and replaced him. Got it. Let's do that over vampirism. Yeah, dark chocolate covered just about anything. Fruit, almonds, all that stuff kicks ass. Got no money anyway. Cherry season's great for scratching that. I do love cherries. I used to have a neighbor who had a cherry tree in her backyard. And I was given permission because she would just let them rot she'd let them rot in the backyard and die on the vine. And I was given permission to go and clean them up, and I got to keep whatever I took out of there. She just didn't want them at her house anymore. So I would go over there with a radio flyer wagon. I'd go over there with a radio flyer wagon, and I would, oh, Jesus. I rolled into that one. I'd go over there with a radio flyer wagon and just a shitload of, like, Kroger grocery bags. And load up with that, and we would eat cherries until we were sick. And whatever cherries we didn't eat, I would take to my mom's school district and sell. I would sell like sandwich bags filled until I would put as many cherries in as I could and still have it seal. Like if I had too many cherries in and it wouldn't seal, I had too much. So that was the count. Was as many cherries as would go in there, and then the bag would seal, but it would be bloated with cherries. And I'd take those there. I'd take those to my mom's work in the little radio flyer red wagon, and I would just sell them to the teachers until they were gone. So like not only would I get as many ripe, delicious, juicy cherries as I could eat, but I'd also end up usually making about $100 every time that cherry tree came to bear fruit. I'd charge like $1 or $2 for the bag full of cherries. And generally speaking, they were such a hit with the teachers that they would, like, every teacher would buy, like, you know, 10 or 15 bucks worth. That radio flyer wagon would be empty like that, and I'd go refill it again in the back of my mom's Camaro. The trunk of my mom's Camaro would just be filled with Ziploc bags full of cherries. So anywho. I do love me some ripe stone fruit. At some point, I'm gonna have to take tactics because I want like a viable. I want like thrown objects or something. I'm not gonna get anything that's gonna stun enemies out of brutality. This time we'll take a gardener's key with us. That thing hit me? I mean, I know it hit me, but I'm getting frustrated at these little mistakes that I'm making. I want to love you, Star Fury, but I don't. Didn't see that coming. Here we go. So you're saying one of our merchants is an asshole? No? Okay, none of those hit? Alright, noted. And we're not gonna be getting our 60 in a row on this floor. I know there's no backseating, but the game really teaches the scroll mechanic poorly, and I say that as a big fan of the game. I don't know what a scroll mechanic is, if I'm being real with you. Yeah, I was gonna say there's a part of me that was sitting here, Cat, just wondering aloud to myself, like, is there any way I can make this fucking thing reach where I want it to reach? Oh, you're gonna try to tell me you got that protection from this thing? Would be a shame if somebody took it away from you. Are you talking about like scrolling on the messages of, like scrolling on the flavor text of a weapon? Oh shit. He's scary. The colors red, green, and purple. Oh yeah, no worries. I feel like for the most part, I've figured it out through like trial and error. I killed him. Yeah, Dagger, that's exactly how I started off too. To be completely honest, the only reason that I'm not doing that right now is just because this week I started off doing that. I started off like spreading it out, trying to get as much health as humanly possible. And then just this week I was looking at it going like, what if I didn't? What if I just went balls deep into one color? And that's where I am now, is like just me test driving it for the sake of test driving it. This knife will kill. Black Mage, what's going on, homie? Happy to have you here. What am I doing? What's left? Is there anything left? Not really. It's just pick your poison and leave. There's an enemy chilling like there? Well, now I kind of have to look into it. Exactly. I'm reaching a point now where I'm realizing that the amount of damage that goes into it is like kind of corny. It's kind of a corny amount of damage. I certainly didn't realize that in the beginning. What's funny is that like one of the reasons I started to investigate into it was because I had a viewer whose whole thing was like, oh man, I almost always do. There we go. I had a viewer who was like, I almost always go into one color, but they were like perplexed because I got a win against the Hand of the King. And I did it while spreading everything out across the three different colors. And it wasn't like they were upset or flustered or anything. They were just kind of like, oh, I guess you can do it like that. They hadn't, and they hadn't anticipated that anybody should. But yeah, we got in there and just dumpstered the Hand of the King while spreading all of our colors out. So, I mean, it can be done, but yeah, I feel like ultimately it makes a lot of sense to really go aggressive into whichever color makes you feel pretty, and then tearing it up. 0 boss cells and 1 boss cells, anything can win. Yeah, but I've only been playing it for a week and a half, so I haven't unlocked more boss cells than that yet. I would assume, yeah, you know, that's one of those things that, like, not to be a snooty asshole about it, but there's a part of me that assumes that when the game is harder, that the game is harder. Yeah, no, that's okay. Some people come in here and they go, bro, you'll never believe this, but at the harder difficulties, the game is harder. And they think they've had a revelation. They come in here and go, bro, can you imagine? Or if we're playing like a Soulsborne game, they'll come in and I'll beat like some first level boss. Some like right out of the gate boss, I'll dumpster with like basically starting gear. And I'll go, oh, well, that wasn't too difficult. And they'll go, bro. the game gets harder. And I'm like, oh yeah? That's how games have kind of been built since the mid-'80s. but they do that and they have this huge revelation where, like, not you, but like, just in case I was like, uh-oh, is this one of those things where it's like, well, at the harder difficulties, the games get harder. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. I definitely feel like in these earlier levels of difficulty, anything goes. And as long as you have sound mechanics, you're gonna, I say you're gonna. I haven't logged a win today, but I'm also trying to do Dracula, which is a new thing to me. But generally speaking, if you go into the game and just have good mechanics and are competent with whatever weapon you chose, you're gonna be fine. Dracula's hard as shit. Well, no. Okay, Dracula's hard, but for whatever reason, I'm pretty good at video games. I'm not like great. You shouldn't put me on signage and have me do Q&As at TwitchCon about how good I am. But I'm pretty good, you know? I hold my own. But for whatever reason in this last Dracula fight, like, I won despite the fact that I just played like hot doo-doo water. Like, I survived it, but like, I was getting just blasted. Hardest boss in the game are Drac and Servants. Phase 2 Dracula murked me, but that's because I didn't know there was a phase 2. I didn't know there was a phase 2. I was like, man, this is a weird closing out cinematic. And the next thing I knew is it went Dracula phase 2. Go fuck yourself, old guy. And I was like, oh, well, don't mind me. I'll just fillet myself and then go to sleep. Oh boy. Give myself the old rectal cranial inversion and call it a night. I was ill prepared. Back from PT, cleaning and cooking house, Dead Cells. Dead Cells fun. Yeah, the Black Mage, I managed, like, there are so many like good games that I've managed to miss over the years. And just every once in a while, chat decides that they can't handle it anymore. They're just like, what do you mean you never played Noida? What do you mean you never played Dead Cells? What do you mean you never played, you know, what do you mean you haven't really played Hades? And when those games hit, then oh no! You ever roll the wrong way? Because it could happen to anyone, I've been told. So just every once in a blue moon, some incredible game, chat finds out that some incredible game has managed to escape me. And they insist that it happens. And this is one of those games where I finally got around to it and everyone's, oh no! Nah, I got hit twice. Somebody died. Listen, I'm not that bad. Somebody apparently not you. You can't be fucking bothered. I feel like I'm back in Ender Lilies right now. Good grief. Moonflower key. I don't know what that does. But we have it. What do you mean you never played Elmo's 1, 2, 3? I want to see as much streamer going to higher difficulty because when they reach spoiler biomes, the sheer panic is great content. I panic, I suppose. There's a lot of times that, like, when it feels like I should be panicking, there's a lot of times when it feels like I should be panicking that I sometimes, okay, that I'll sometimes sort of salvage it out just out of muscle memory. but there is something to be said that, you know, there's a difference between being good at roguelikes, which I can be with enough time, or being good with, like, Soulsborne games, which apparently I just have a weird inherent skill for. The first hit allows you to parry melee hits. The combo inflicts critical hits after each successful parry. Victims release a toxic cloud when hit. I don't think this is gonna be the way, but I just want to swing with it and see what happens. I forget which button parry is. I have a tendency to not. Here's a streamer reaching for the first time. Poor guy was sweating and almost on the brink of tears. Most of us were encouraged but laughing. I've got like no middle ground when it comes to that. Like I either brick it so bad it's laughable. Like I either die so bad that it's not close, or I'll scream and yelp but beat it on the first try. There's no middle ground for me. There's not a lot of situations where I'll survive for a while and kind of hoot and holler and scream and all that. Hey, you there? Oh, it's you. Looks like I'm on the right side of the door for once. Ha ha ha. Damn, they didn't mess around. No answer. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I do good, and sometimes I do not so good. I guess that's the whole spiel. That is the whole truth of it. I have no idea what the Moonflower key does. Hate that. I feel neither here nor there about it. I really don't care for barricade, but it's probably better than cluster grenades. If for no other reason than it does that whole dispel extra health and murder everything on the floor. The fuck? The fuck hit me there? That's the floor. There's no floor there. You've done this to yourself. I thought that was a place to explore. It's not. Exploring terminal velocity. Oh shit, this is electrodynamics. I like electrodynamics. Obama giving you 5 balls. Eh. Sometimes it do be like that. Oop. I'm not sweating it. I've gotten by for most of my life just fine with 2 balls. Ow, you dick. Man, I'm gonna make this happen. Because there's so much cool shit on it. But me and the tentacle thing have not been getting along well of late. Black Ridge. It does ignore shields, which has been a big deal here recently.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
With you in a second, chat. Don't you want to know why his teeth were near my biters? Hey Vel, 3 months of gifted tier 1 sub to Nihilist Lemon. Hey Vel, thank you for the gifty. Yo, if anybody else has got an extra gifty sitting around, the Black Mage has been chilling with us since the days of the birth of Isaac. Throwing it out there. I'll get it myself here in a second. You're not leaving here without a sub badge, but... I'm just giving the regulars a chance. In the words of Thanos. What? Wait, what? It's not letting me do it. Steam summer sale is a go. And now you have a sub badge. What is going on, Twitch? Why do you make a foolish liar out of me? Oh yeah, no, I read the instructions on the tentacle. I know how to use it. But knowing how the instructions on a weapon work versus knowing how the weapon works in your DNA so that you can basically use it without like thinking about it are two different things. You know what I mean? When I say know how to use it, I mean more like the mechanics of the weapon are the weapons of the mechanics of the weapon are so ingrained in my DNA that I could basically play with it with my eyes closed. That was how like the Binding of Isaac was for me by the time I stopped playing that. Like most weapons and items that I was futzing around with. I'm gonna do this for a change and just see what comes up. Most of the weapons and items I was futzing around with in Isaac, I could play watching the game with, like I could play looking at chat and watching the game with my peripheral vision. And there are some weapons that I feel like I'm starting to get like that on here, but that's certainly not all of them. Ooh. Stun grenade. For a split second, I thought that was the canvas bag from Payday that they had put into, Gungeon. I thought that was the Payday duffel bag from Gungeon, and I was just like, yo, this is one of my favorite items in a different game. Not to be. I was very excited for a moment. I guess the Black Bridge is the only way out of here, huh? I don't think I got my 60 on that one. Nope, I most certainly did not. Bummer. Bummer. Stun grenade it is. Stuns enemies, colorless, stun duration, victims burn when they die. I can see us doing that over Serenade. Especially since it's any color right now. I don't think I want to reforge any of my modifiers. Yeah, it's a 2-year badge. I tried to gift you a sub, and then Twitch was like, they've got a sub. And I was like, why don't I see a badge? And they're like, here's your badge. Yeah, you're sitting on the 2-year badge, Black Mage. I appreciate the shit out of you. Good old Twitch. Good old Twitch. What do I do here? Let's say... Vengeance, I guess? Let's go Killer Instinct. And we'll just try to... We'll just try to spam the living shit out of our Granada. Sidewinder, what's going on, homeboy? Boy, he's stunned for a while. Oh, I fucked that up.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
I hate that. I always fall victim to that like a sucker. There we go. Give me your teeth. Shit, 40% damage on electrified targets, huh? That said, the stun duration on this stun grenade is 50% plus. When that asshole boss did stay stunned, he stayed stunned for freaking ever. And I get arrows out of it? Get out of here, powerful grenade. Nobody likes you. Oiled sword, that's new. Oh, it really just fucking just coats him in oil. Got it, noted. Do I have anything that lights people on fire? Well, I mean, the tentacle, that sucks. That's a bummer. Stun grenade, when things die with stun grenade. It also doesn't weirdly teleport me all over the map. Black Mage, tier 1, 2 years. Weird, Twitch is back on its BS. Imagine not having to refresh to get the notification. They wouldn't have these kinds of problems, Black Mage, if they were a billion-dollar company. Kind of want to run with the oiled sword over the tentacle. Is that weird? No, I'm gonna stick with the tentacle. I'll figure it out. I'll be a big boy and figure it out. Good grief. I was on a pretty crazy tear for pretzel bread and pretzel buns not too far back. Orb lady. Oh, I don't think I have to go to the Stilt Village anymore. Where's this pool? Ah! I found that secret on purpose, and anyone who says otherwise is a fucking liar. Something hit the shit out of me there. Fisherman's outfit unlocked. And away! Yeah, the amoeba spitting guys are a pain in the ass. They're not like end of the world hard, but they are problematic enough for sure. I'm so happy that I ate my meal prep today. Because the way y'all had me thinking about it, I thought I was gonna end up getting a Reuben. Yeah, hot pretzel buns, like all the talks about like deli meats and good breads and stuff like that. It was all that stuff was getting in my head today. I thought for sure I was gonna end up getting a Reuben. I was really hoping for like I do love my boy, but I was really hoping for like thrown objects. I'm not seeing it. I'll try one more. That's really all I'm looking for, is like a better secondary item. Leftover pork chops. I'm real particular when it comes to pork and chicken. I've had some mind-blowing pork chops, and I've had some pork chops that even though they were made correctly, I just couldn't stomach them. I feel like I had one more shop I was supposed to go into. Whoops. Yeah, up and away. Gross. I hate them both. They were fine. My roommates like shake and bake. I usually do brine and put them on the grill. I think I am getting to a point now where a brine pork chop is just grilled as though it's a steak is preferable to me than a shake and bake or breaded or even battered pork chop. My mom had a tendency to buy paper thin pork chops when we were kids, dredge them in flour, and then fry the ever-living shit out of them. And so for the longest time, I just worked under the assumption that pork was supposed to taste like a seasoned roof shingle. My roommate offered me steak, and now we're eating that with some potatoes, rice, and eggs as a stir fry. That and like salads, I think, are the best way to repurpose steak. Once it's hit medium rare, even if it cools off or I put it in the refrigerator, I can't see myself warming it up again because it's just gonna cook all the flavor out of it. Honestly, Lurtz, I'm still at a place where if you hand me a plate full of like paper thin pork chops that are essentially pork chips, I'll sit there and grab them one bone at a time and just like rip off the meat part. Almost like lollipop lamb chops, only paper thin. So anywho. Come on. I nailed it. Yo, Spartan Boomer, what's going on, man? I hope your week has been exceptional. Oh shit, I almost missed this. It has been so far. How about yours? Good, I suppose. Like, over the last couple of years, I've grown low-key spoiled by just having, like, what feels like a never-ending string of, like, holy shit, you'll never guess what happened moments in my life. I forget what's down here. And instead, 2023 has almost exclusively been just kind of like by the books. You know, today was a Monday. It behaved like a Monday. I made a reasonable amount of money and my job was okay. And that's kind of new to me because like part of this whole thing, yeah, like it's been very routine and I'm not used to routines. Like I'm used to, if I'm being real with you, I'm used to everything feeling like I'm flying around with my fucking underwear on fire. Oh, I can't believe the thing I hit me. And so it's been very weird to be back in a place where it's you genuinely, for the most part, know what to expect, and nothing really gets away from you, and nothing really like, there's nobody like calling to go like, hey man, have you heard? Like, generally you've heard. Yeah, yeah, it's a year of Januaries where it's just kind of like I've been showing up, I've been going to work. There's very few days where I make like less than minimum wage, which is good. That's exciting in a bad way, but there's also not a lot of days this year where it's like I walk out of the office and Amber goes, how was your day? And I'm like, I made $2,000 in 7 hours of work today. And she's like, oh, so good. I come in, I've got some sponsors, I make a little money off my sponsorships, but it's not anything where like I show up and like there's no bounties, no sponsors, no games to play, and that's bad excitement. But they're like, or I lost contracts, that's bad excitement. But I'm also not showing up with Noah going like, how would you like to make $70,000 and all you have to do is own some cryptocurrency? Or like, how would you like to make $40,000 and all you have to do is eat a certain kind of beef jerky for a year? Oh, that sounds pretty good. I could do that. It's all just been very right down the middle, you know? Which is like, it's good, but I gotta admit, I've kind of become lightly addicted to the highs and the lows of like, oh, I made $2 today, and then the next day being like, I made $3,000, and somebody sent me an old Galaga cabinet or something. You made $2,000 today? Good, now go outside and cut down the creeping Charlie that's come back again. Honestly, real talk, you're kidding, but there was one day where I went downstairs, I want to say it's about a half a year ago, Black Mage. I'm standing in the kitchen, Amber comes home from work, and she goes, hey baby, and I was like, hey honey, and she's like, how's your day? And I was like, it was pretty good. And she goes, oh yeah? And I was like, yeah, I made like $970 for 7 hours worth of streaming. And she goes, oh, cool. And like walks off. And I was like, whoa, come back. And she walks back around the corner and goes, huh? Did you need something? And I was like, yeah, I just told you that I made almost $1,000 playing video games in my office in 7 hours of work. And I feel like you're becoming desensitized to the whole my community is absurdly generous thing, because I told you that and your response was to be like, oh yeah, that sounds about right. And she's like, yeah, it's kind of, she was like, the shock value of it's kind of worn off by now. And I was like, yo, the shock value will come back if it stops happening. You'll feel the shock if they stop, lady. Like, you better manufacture some excitement. That shit ever happens while you're standing in the room, you better channel that theater degree and figure it out. You ever don't fake it while I'm in the room, I will lose my mind. I will shake you lightly and just throw my voice like a ventriloquist and be like, oh my God, Ryan's chat is so nice. But I'll have to move her so you can't see it's not her lips moving. So that was an exchange that we had where she got kind of numbed up to it. And I was like, you need to pump the brakes. Do you remember when I was a bartender and we made $28,000 a year and I worked doubles all the time? Do you remember that? Was that exciting, but in a bad way? Oh, it was? Well, maybe we could be excited in a good way when somebody drops their entire tax return on us. Yeah, I'm kind of over it now. Oh shit. Anyway. Yeah, all of 2023 has just kind of been right down the middle. Nothing crazy to report, bad or good. Just kind of almost feels like a job. Not a lot of adventure this year, with the exception of that trip to Italy, as Numinator points out. Anyone bring up the YouTube drama where some findings suggest like 80-ish% of ads violated guidelines, put Google in place? Yeah, Noah told me about it the other day. It's nice to see somebody put their foot in a big steaming pile of shit that's not the platform I'm on. Whoa, are you telling me that Amber, I'd rather eat pills for the rest of my life caps has a weird take on sensations and emotions? Yeah, it's amazing how quickly she can get level. Yeah, the Italy trip was a lot of fun. Even that one I was excited to report that everything went roughly to plan. Grayson and I bumped heads twice, like bad. But like that's twice in a week. I can take that. And both times he got over it relatively fast and I didn't hold a grudge and didn't do that thing that I can do sometimes where I'm like, "Oh, I'm in the right, so I'm going to lord this over you." I was good and let it go. He was good and let it go, and we got back on course. The food was mostly good. We hit some tourist traps, but we hit some dynamite places too. So, what was your favorite place in Italy? Bologna, I think, because I'm such a food-oriented guy. Like, Venice was beautiful. Florence is one of my, everywhere in Tuscany is one of my favorite places on the planet. But I'd never been to Bologna before. So I went to Bologna, and it is Italy's food city. And I could live there for 1,000 years and not eat at all the restaurants I want to eat at in Bologna. Yeah, the Google ad content drama is basically like some crazy percentage, like 80% of their ads that they've run over the last however many years have violated their terms of service. And there's the potentiality that they may have to refund that money to the tune of billions. I believe it's pronounced Bologna. I believe it's pronounced Bologna. Or something. I mean, I could be getting that so wrong, but that's... Noah was very excited to tell me about it while we were golfing, while we were playing Topgolf. And I was like, huh, I don't get it. And that was basically the whole thing. Like, that was the whole exchange. I love Meatwad, but I'm not going to take him. Plus, I should have switched to Ender Lilies by now. I haven't, but I will after this run. What the hell? Oh, it's a food shop. I'll go for a food shop. Oh, I didn't even see I was fighting a guy. What the hell? Statue of the King vandalized by his citizens. I lost track of time, Sidewinder. I had no idea it was 1:30. I've just been dicking around. Google sold two types of ads to advertisers, high quality and low quality. Turns out like 80% of the high quality ads were actually low quality, which sets up advertisers to be able to ask for refunds. I don't know if anyone in chat plays WoW, but Prime Gaming is giving away a mount. You plan on playing Starfield at all? Not unless chat asks me to. That's the beauty of our system, is I don't have to do any content programming. So today is Dead Cells followed by Ender Lilies because somebody 9 months ago gave me money to play Ender Lilies, and we're finally getting around to it. How's your day going so far, Taffy? Good. Any day where I can accidentally look at the clock and go, fuck, it's already 1:30 is a really good day in my books. This is a better day when I make like shit tons of money, but like those are good days too, but weirdly even those can drag. But yeah, the days where I make an assload of money and the days where I blink and half the day is already gone and I don't even feel like I feel like we just started. Those are choice days. It means I'm really like feeling the vibe and enjoying the activities of the day. The king is lying. Death to the king. Death to the king. There you go. I knew it. Uh-oh. I used the village key somewhere else, which means I think I have to go out another way. Excuse me? Oh, that was where a secret kebab was living. Oh Lord, he's coming. That little prick gave me the business. There's our village key. No, I've never played it. Well, no, I'd take that back. I've never streamed Baldur's Gate. I've been in here. But I haven't played Baldur's Gate on stream before, no. I don't know that I've ever played a sort of like Baldur's Gate or Skyrim style RPG on this channel before. You have to do a little content programming, check in on the numbers and stuff every now and then. I will say, speaking of checking in on the numbers, Noah has forbidden me from ever running VOD content again while I'm gone. Because apparently it absolutely obliterated my analytics to the point where he's having a hard time finding any sponsorship money. Because they all look at my analytics and they're like, he gets 30 viewers a stream. I'm like, no, that was 30 viewers a stream while he was in Italy. I'll have to play with the Owl of War some other time. I swear this guy's actually good at his job. It's kind of the story he's having to feed to people. The old took a vacation to Italy and ran some reruns excuse. Tale as old as time, really. Yeah, 30 viewers when not actively live is not bad at all, but as Noah points out, that's a tough explanation to make to an advertiser or a sponsor who barely understands the space they're trying to advertise in the first place. So I have been forbade by my management. I have been forbade by my management from running reruns while I'm gone again. What's he gonna do, Stu? He could just say that if, like, I don't think he would, but I could, like, if I was Noah, my response would be, if you're not interested in booking sponsorships, then I'll stop looking for them for you. Because I know that there have been other broadcasters way in the past. Because Noah used to do this for a lot of people, not just for like me, Justin, you know, me and Justin and a couple of other people. But there definitely used to be other streamers who would ask him for that kind of like help. And then they would actively, it seemed as though they would actively like work against him. Like he'd say, I need you to start doing this or that and helping me sell your channel. And then he or she would be like, nope, I'm gonna do what I want, whether you want me to or not. And he's like, oh, well, I'm just gonna not tell sponsors about you then, because you're making it difficult for me to do the thing that you're asking me to do for you. Swing for the fences. I'm hoping for either thrown objects or the Ice Frost one. They really need better metrics that don't punish you for creating value for the platform instead of creating none. Yeah, I mean, you know, this is the system that's been in place that's made, this is the system that's been in place that's made people like me feel as though we don't deserve to take time off. This has been the system that's been in place that's made us feel for millennia that we don't deserve breaks or time off or stuff like that. Basically what I was looking for. Hi, wife. Psycon says you are good, Taffy, and deserve good things in your life. I don't know. Amber, judge is ruling.
I.
You were so smart when we first met. I don't understand what happened. Let's see. I'll allow it. Hi, baby. What's going on?
I'm about to rinse my Oh, two. Two kisses.
I needed 2 kisses.
I'll be back in a bit.
I love you. It was a cute tank top. Over the last couple of days, she's developed shoulders, which is weird. Quit hogging all the kisses. Never. Get all you can. Listen, I went to Republican business school. It's get all you can all you get. Sit on the can and oh Jesus, poison the rest. My shoulders have hair on them. My shoulder blade has hair on it, which is weird. It didn't used to. It's a relatively new development that I'm not super thrilled about. I can barely see what I'm doing in a lot of these fights. That seemed to go well. Yeah. Negative 10% plus negative 75% on projectiles. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, that elite fight went well. I was shocked I didn't get hit there. The Grimoire. Research notebook. The bodies immersed in the latest solution are changing less quickly. I must extract the essence of this solution and apply it to the other volunteers. Oh, Billy. You'd have to hit me with an environmental trap. That's the only way you get me, you dick. This guy, on the other hand, has my fucking number, it would appear. Oh yeah, why would I ever leave a door open? What kind of monster do you think I am? Oh man, I just topped off too. Can I put this kebab inside my health flask? Oh boy. This guy's gonna be more problematic. Hold on. theoretically that guy was going to be more problematic. It's the same thing. We gave Michael these 2 pictures and asked him to find all the differences. They're the same amulet. Yeah, food going into the backpack would be super nice. Got him. Stopped in mid-flight. Sounds like people are having a bit of a rough go with work. I want to relate just so I can be like, oh yeah, I feel the same way, fellow children. But again, as we were stating earlier, it's generally speaking, okay. Generally speaking, I feel like things have gone reasonably well for me this year, even if it's just been kind of dull compared to other years of recent memory. What the fuck? Oh, I think I got knocked into those spikes. What a bummer. Come on, get up there. There's the old explorer's instinct. My man tried to ninja vanish on me. It did not go well for him. Oh shit, that time it did though. I'm still looking for thrown objects, but whatever. I love you, buddy. It's not because I don't love you. Oh, he did. Guess who already got called back with a $1 raise? Like $1 per year? Where are they gonna find that kind of money? Or $1 an hour? Which still feels laughably low. Do I need help? Technically speaking. I'm gonna get a shot before this though, right? I'm just gonna take the money. Oh, excuse me. I gotta figure out where this bell tower key is at some point. But for now, I really do have to get to Ender Lilies. Oh shit, I have a drink. I didn't get 60 in a row on that level. I find that surprising. Are my modifiers okay? Poison and bleeding. Poison and bleeding. Poison and bleeding. Burning. I don't want to mess with it. I feel like it's working. $1 an hour is to get me to come back to work tomorrow. We have a meeting with the CEO and COO tomorrow to talk about future compensation. Hell yeah, dude, get them. Give them the business. Ow, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I'm gonna heal, and then I'm gonna shit in your mouth. Ugh. Emergency triage. Let's try it again.
Merci.
Dang, dude, I don't know that I get to do all of Dracula's castle again. This is a big-ass level. I will slap you. How dare you, Psychon? This piece of shit. Okay. Excuse me, I froze that guy. Now I gotta see if I can try to find some health somewhere. Oh my god, they made him an elite. Oh my god, they made him an elite. Yeah, maybe I'll heal up once. Come down here. Thank you. Let me get to the secret level. There's no secret level. I mean, not there at least. But it would have been cool. Sadist Stiletto inflicts a critical hit if the target is bleeding or poisoned. Oh god, plus 40% damage on electrified targets? I might have to go with the Sadist Stiletto. Plus it means a lot less flying around. Oh god. I'm committing. Am I misremembering? Maybe throwing objects is survival? I thought it was green-purple. Where is he? I can smell you. I thought there was a guy over there, but I guess there wasn't. I hated that. Wish I hadn't gotten hit there. Up here fighting my biters. What the hell is this place? There's a large floating polyhedron in the middle of the room and nothing else. What if I touch it? Nothing. I didn't feel much more saved than before. What an inept object. I don't get it. But I also didn't play Castlevania. I didn't play Symphony of the Night. It's exactly what a save spot looked like. Gotcha. Oh, shit. All I gotta do, chat, is not get hit, right? Oh my god. Well, I'd have been dead already. Those two idiots hanging out together. No, that's not going to be as good as what I've got if I land it. I almost got done in by a fucking skeleton dog. There we go. Oh shit, right. I fucked up. I unfucked up. I got a little scary. I'm not gonna lie. Oh shit. It's a lot of DPS from range. I'm gonna do it. I Uno reversed my fuck up. I just need to force myself to be more reliant on using my left trigger as a bomb. Like on using my left trigger as a way to slow things down. Holy shit. A little scary, but we got there. There's no way I possibly take this after I turned down the legendary one, right? That is so much fucking damage, though. Giving it a shot. Giving it a shot. Walking around with a whole bunch of missing health like a dumb shit does. Yeah, we're not going to the Richter level. I'm not convinced I've taken the right build here, but I'm not hyper familiar with almost anything that I'm using, so whatever. Okay. Seems like a great way to die. Fires homing arrows that deal more damage if they hit the same enemy. Oh, I didn't have enough for it anyway. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, dude. How's the market doing today? I got about $10,000 in my alpaca account. We're exactly where we started. All told, we're up 168 bucks in the last month and a half. We're up 168 all told. Alright, so that's 15% damage. don't mind it. How the heck are you, Nate? I hope well. I only get one vial for this? Oh, dog, we're fucked. Let's get it over with. Let's dance, big boy. Oh, fuck that. No. Okay. Yeah, that did not. I did not have enough comfort in that build to do any sort of meaningful damage to him. What a bummer. Oh, well.